How is it going, everyone? Just want to talk about a couple things. Things that I've learned in the beginning not to do when starting a window cleaning business. More or less, it either is going to cover something you really should do or something to avoid. And the first thing I want to say is don't be afraid to raise your prices. I started in the very beginning very, very low, to the point, like, and I did research about pricing, but I was so scared to charge what all of these people online are saying to charge for window cleaning. And we're gonna walk to get another detailing towel. This is another thing. Always be efficient with having enough towels on hand. I am so bad about not having enough towels, or 30 to 40% of my time is running back to the truck to grab something or whatever. That's my main goal this year, is to just be more efficient. But yeah, I would say be very clear about what you will and will not clean. I'm rambling. I apologize. Go back to the main purpose. Don't be afraid to raise prices. In the very beginning, I was doing inside or outside only for $100, inside and outside for $150. Now, granted, this was 3 years ago. The unfortunate thing is, I still have a couple of customers that I do for that price, that I've had from the very beginning, and that's more of a thank you to them, but also if I can get in and out of their house in an hour, then I'm okay with that. But don't be afraid to raise prices. I think we changed our pricing model 2 or 3 times just in year 2 alone, and I was afraid. Don't get me wrong, I was thinking, if neighbors are telling people I'm charging one thing, then I get there and it's $100, $200 more, they're gonna freak out and be upset. And you'll be surprised how many people understand the cost that you have as being a legitimate business owner. So now I'm at a point where I'm very comfortable about what I charge, and confident as well, to the point that I can do estimates over the phone. And usually when I get out, customers understand that it may be more, it may be less. They get that. And if you feel they don't communicate that over the phone, but I assure you, the customers you want understand that. And most of the time when they call you, they want a price right then and there. If you give them 2 days for you to have to go out and do an estimate, they'll call 10 other people, which is fine. But anyways, enough rambling about that. Be comfortable about your pricing. Now, I know people that some businesses charge $20 or charge per pane. $10 inside and out. If you can get away with that, amazing. Get away with what you can where you are. We can't charge that here. And there's businesses that do, and they're in the winter in Florida with all of the snowbirds, and they're not working. So, you know, and here I am, and I'm not flexing, I'm not bragging. Here I am, dead middle of winter, and I'm so booked out that I don't have any days off, which is what we want. Now, I'm not the cheapest guy either. That's my point in saying this. I charge accordingly. I don't charge that $150 bottle anymore. I was doing it for any size home, and it just wasn't fair to me, and it wasn't fair to the customers that had 5 windows, and I'm charging them the same price as the customers that have 20 windows. So, another thing, be very clear about what you will and will not clean. I have had a thing now where I'm very clear that I don't do hard water removal. That is an extra charge. So make that clear with your customers. If you don't do hard water removal, let them know. And if you do and it is an upcharge, let them know. If you charge for screens, let them know. The most communication, the more the communication, the better. And they'll appreciate that. Like these, I don't know if you can see these hard water stains. I will let them know, hey, these are here. If it's in the laundry room and you don't care about it, it's completely fine with me. If you care, if you won't notice them, that's okay. But I point it out. I communicate with them. We can do it. The next thing I'll say, not to do, I see so many window cleaning companies that take on huge jobs. And I say huge for one person, maybe even huge for two people, where they have 2-story windows that could go all the way to 20, 21, 24 feet, whatever it is. And they accept the job, they bid it, or even worse, they go to a client and have no idea how to price it, and then they're asking, how do I price this? And even worse, once they price it, they bid it, and the customer accepts, they're asking, how do I clean these windows? Way up there, they streak, or I can't reach the glass, I can't detail properly, whatever it is. So, I am not where I want to be 3 years in. I am full-time in the business, but I'm not where I want to be, you know? And that's okay. I'd rather grow slow and know what I can handle. And if you tackle those jobs that are difficult, or that you know is going to take some work and some research, at least be prepared. Look into it beforehand. This is bad, but that's okay. Look into it beforehand and have an idea of how you're going to tackle it, whether it's a extension pole inside, or you have 2 people and you're working on a ladder. I know some of the aluminum ladders, I have a 16 and a 20 foot aluminum ladder, and I can move those by myself, but most of the time I use an extension pole because safety reasons in my eyes. Some people can climb up and down a ladder by themselves all day long, and I wish that was me. But granted, the extension poles we have nowadays, you don't have to use ladders as much. But anyways, I ramble too much. Don't take jobs that you have done no research on. That's the gist of that. Another thing I'll say is don't feel like every single customer and every single job has to be a sale. That was another mistake I made very early on, that I felt like I had to give a discount or try to really talk myself into, yeah, I can do this, and they'll come out perfect and they'll be amazing and you'll be so surprised, which people are. People are thankful. But go in with a certain level of confidence that if you don't get the job, it's okay. Because you'll have some jobs, like me in the beginning, that you're bidding at a price that is borderline minimum wage for yourself after expenses and everything, that you get to the job and you think, man, I should not have taken it for this price, or I shouldn't have taken it at all. I felt that way sometimes. So go in with a level of confidence that if you don't get the job, that's okay, because that'll just save you headache in the long run. It'll save you from a potentially bad relationship with customers. And yeah, just again, it kind of goes back to that communication. Be very confident about your work and sound like a business person. I don't know if this is true here in the South, and hopefully someone can correct me. Here in the South, we say yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am, no, sir, a lot. And I have heard that if you're someone from up north, they don't like that very much because it sounds like someone's trying to be a butt kisser or whatever you want to say. And maybe that's true, maybe that's not. I can see how that can be the interpretation of it, especially working in retail. It is people kissing customers' butt by being overly nice, and some people just really dislike that. But my point is, always have to go back to the point, is have a level of confidence that you don't have to make a sale. You don't have to a sale. You don't have to oversell and overhype your business and your service, because people, they already want it. They're calling you. They're calling you. They want you to clean their windows. Don't make them. They don't have to beg, just like you don't have to beg to have them. It's great. Always be appreciative, but don't be overly desperate.